like to play with my life in many ways. That's what they say. Here I am, I'm Rigodon. I'm a tico, the mascot.
It's my turn, the gentle touch. And mommy, they love me so much.
Hey, now the story must go on, 'cause a lot of time is gone. We must be ready to go away.
80 days around the world, we'll find a pot of gold. Just sitting where the rainbow's ending time. We'll fight against the time, and we'll fly on the white wings of the wind. 80 days around the world, no, we won't say a word before the ship is really back. Round, round, all around the world. Round, all around the world. Round, all around the world. Round, all around the world.
Episode number 5, The Counterfeit. Our adventure continues in the offices of the Morning Chronicle, where Assistant Editor Ralph is reviewing the morning edition.
Mr. Willy Fog, now attempting to go around the world in 80 days, is the top suspect in a London bank robbery. Couldn't be him. Mr. Fog is a gentleman.
The owner of the Morning Chronicle is one Mr. Weston, who is presently enjoying himself at that prestigious London establishment, the Reform Club.
Mr. Weston! Mr. Weston!
What the devil?
Look, sir, it must have been a fool who wrote this story. Mr. Fog would never do such a thing.
No, Ralph, I wrote the article. My informant was none other than Mr. Sullivan.
Oh, not Willy Fog, no.
Yes, my friend Commissioner Rowan of Scotland Yard has assured me that the information is correct. Your friend Fogg is a thief.
Well, Lord Guinness, what do you think of your beloved Mr. Fog now?
I don't believe it, not for a moment. Bosh! I'd like to know where Mr. Willy Fog is now.
I believe, Lord Guinness, he is presently crossing the Red Sea aboard the ship Mongolia.
Willy Fog and his companions are indeed aboard the Mongolian, at present enjoying the hospitality of her captain, who has invited them to dine with him this evening.
Rigodon, I'm so hungry I could eat a whale for an antipasto.
Now listen to me, Tico. It is a great honor for the captain to have invited us to dine with him at his table. Now you must remember to behave yourself like a gentleman.
Huh? I'll behave myself. I'm gonna have a feast. Oh, boy.
Tico, calm down. Ah, here's our captain now.
Hey, who's the other guy with the fancy uniform?
Good evening, gentlemen. Permit me to introduce Brigadier General Corn of His Majesty's Regiment in India.
Brigadier,
At your service, gentlemen.
this is indeed an honor.
Are you the same Willy Fog about whom we've been hearing all the news?
Precisely, Brigadier. My pleasure.
I understand you're trying to make an 80-day trip around the globe on some sort of a wager. It's an impossible mission, but I suppose adventure is part of being a true Englishman, eh, what?
Yes.
Well, Captain, shall we dine?
Of course.
If the taste compares with the aroma, Captain, it'll be a feast fit for a king.
Magnifico, magnifico. It's a feast.
Ah, be quiet, Tico, huh?
Oh, boy, there's no justice in the world. There's that thief Fog sitting at the captain's table eating like a prince, while we sit here eating nothing but leftovers. Now, what's wrong with you, bully? I thought you were hungry.
No, Inspector. I'm afraid I couldn't eat a thing.
Oh, come, bully. You must eat something. After all, the food isn't as bad as all that.
I can't. Sorry.
The performance of our duty
Absolutely
is the
delicious.
most... look at them stuffing themselves. I'll wager they're dining on squid and octopus.
Please don't talk about food, Inspector. My stomach is feeling something awful.
No, bully, wait!
Mr. Fogg, if it's not being too indiscreet, sir, what route do you plan to take?
Well, sir, this boat will take us to Bombay. Then we travel by rail through the Satpur Mountains and Benares on our way to Hong Kong by way of Calcutta.
Benares? What a delightful coincidence. I'm on my way to Benares to rejoin my regiment there.
It appears we're traveling in the same direction, Brigadier.
I applaud your daring, Mr. Fogg. You see, Brigadier, if Mr. Fogg succeeds, he will have established a new speed record for travel around the world. It all depends on precise timing.
Indeed it does. And, well, just a bit of luck.
By Jove! Mr. Fogg, I'm an Englishman. If I can be of any assistance whatsoever, please do not hesitate to ask me, sir. I am always at your service.
I'm honored, Brigadier. Thank you.
Now, Captain, I suggest that we send for a bottle of your finest champagne. We'll drink a toast to the success of Mr. Fogg.
I agree.
Easy now, Bully. Easy now, old man. Have courage, there's a good chap. Why don't you follow my example? I'm not sick, it's a case of mind over matter. Constable Bully, you're beginning to try my patience.
Oh, my stomach is squirming like a worm, sorry, sir.
No, Bully, do you have to talk about worms? Now I'm becoming sick myself.
Though Inspector Dix and Constable Bully are a bit under the weather they are under is balmy and splendidly enjoyable to most of those aboard the Mongolia, which continues to glide across the glassy sea toward India. The next morning is equally pleasant, and a short time after the sun has begun its ascent into the cloudless azure sky, Tico and Rigodon come topside to enjoy the soft ocean breezes.
It's gonna be a wonderful day. You know... Hey, Rigodon, where's the smoke?
I guess the captain believes the sails are enough. Let's look around,
Look, Rigodon, look over there. Ain't those the two guys who went almost missed the boat yesterday? The ones that fall in the water and climb up the rope?
Mon ami, I believe you are right.
Come on, let's go say buongiorno.
Hello there.
Good morning, sir. Did you sleep well?
Good morning.
Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr.
Rigodon, you seem a bit under the weather. Is everything all right?
No, actually. You see, I was up all night nursing my seasick friend here, Mr. Brigadoon, was it?
His name is Rigodon.
May I ask where you're going, sir?
Isn't it funny? I was about to ask you that question.
The two of us are accompanying my master on a trip around the world. At the moment, we are headed for Bombay.
Oh? What an astonishing coincidence. My friend and I are also on our way to Indra. By the by, precisely where is your master at present?
Mr. Fogg is speaking with the captain, monsieur. Tico, we better be going.
Nice to talk on you.
Damn.
Hey, Rigodon, wait for me.
Now, why would he be doing that, I wonder?
Now, you see, Mr. Fogg, from Suez to Bombay is approximately 3,400 miles. According to company regulations, I must make the trip in no less than 320 hours.
Which equals just a bit over 13 days. But we've already lost over 16 hours in Suez, Captain, repairing damage to the ship, and it is of the utmost importance to me that we make up as much of the lost time as we can.
To go faster is impossible. We're already
What Englishmen don't know the meaning of the word impossible? Let us have full speed ahead, Captain. We'll use both sails and steam at the same time.
But, Brigadier, my orders are not to burn the coal when there's wind enough to fill the sails.
I see.
Dear.
Mr. Fogg, I'm afraid we've run into a bit of red tape. Captain, the honor of England is at stake here, and you, as a loyal British subject, have an obligation and a responsibility to cooperate with us.
But, Brigadier, 1 ton of coal costs 4 quid.
Captain, I'll be more than happy to pay for the coal if it will help make up for lost time.
Eh? What? You'd pay for it?
Moreover, Captain, you have my personal guarantee that you will get a premium of £5 extra for each and every hour of lost time that we succeed in regaining.
5 quid for every hour? Well...
What do you say, Captain?
Very well, Mr. Fogg, you've got yourself a deal. This is the captain here. Now listen, I want everything she's got. Full speed ahead. Do you hear me? Full speed ahead.
Remember, Captain, £5 for each hour.
That scoundrel is spending his stolen loot, and there's not a thing we can do about it. Come quickly, boy, before we're discovered.
To visit the rail again.
Meanwhile, the morning is being enjoyed by those on the promenade deck. As the bright sun beams down on Mr. Fogg and his fellow passengers, the sea breezes carry the mighty ship along toward the shores of India.
This is the life, eh, Tico?
Magnifico. I don't remember food ever tasting this good before. Hey, there was no smoke before.
You're right.
Say!
Hey, what's going on?
Oh! Look, Tico, now we're going full speed!
Huh? We going faster than the wind. Look at the fish. Hey, biggest I ever saw.
Those are dolphins, Tico.
They sure can jump.
As the Mongolia sails across the sunlit sea, Tico and Brigadon are entertained by the playful, friendly dolphins, leaping and diving around the ship.
Hey, you beautiful!
Brigadon, Tico!
Hey! Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello.
There's good news. I believe we're going to be able to make up some of the time we've lost, Brigadon.
That is welcome news indeed, Monsieur Fogg.
Oh, I wonder what time it is. I better check. Yeah.
Now, what on earth is that?
A sun clock. Some archaeologists we happened to meet in Suez gave it to Tico as a gift.
Now let me see. First I'm adjust this ring so it points to the month of October, and then I'm hold it up to the sun. See? The sunbeam hit at the number 11.
Yes, I see.
Well, now, by my watch, it's exactly 11 o'clock to the minute.
Tico the Magnificent! Hey, you hear that? 11 o'clock to the minute. Hey, oh, come on, what are you talking about?
You won't be laughing when I get through with you, Willy Fog.
I'm already sent in dark to act like a snake, but it's part of my job and I must always pay. But I'll win in the end. Yes, in the end. Yes, in the end. There's a light that's coming right from my deep blue eyes, and one day you'll see me, but I'll be in disguise. That'll be the end. Yes, the end. Yes, the end. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
No doubt Transfer's dark schemes will soon come to light. But meanwhile, the Mongolia races on, the wind billowing her sails, her engines at full throttle, while on deck some new amusements are at
Mr.
hand.
Fogg, what they got all these numbers on the deck for?
We're about to play a game, Tico.
Hey, you teach me how to play?
It's called shuffleboard, Tico.
So what do you do?
No. We place the disc on the line and shoot. So.
Hey, it's a 10. It's a pretty good. Here I come. Hey, look, Rigadon. No hands.
Come now, Mr. Rigadon. Wouldn't you also like to play?
Well, I can always try.
Help! It's gone too far. What a ride.
Well, Mr. Fogg, now that this dire emergency is over, would you be interested in joining me in a game?
Certainly, Brigadier.
Perhaps a small wager would interest you, say 10 pennies a point?
Fine.
Hey, Rigadon. I don't understand how come the English people can't do nothing without a betting on it.
Shh. What does it matter, Tico? Monsieur Fogg always wins.
That's the truth.
Good.
Okay, Mr. Fogg, here's your disc.
Quite a pleasant game, this.
Bravo, Signor Fogg. Look how she's a go. Such a nice straight line.
Bravo!
Hey, bravo, bravissimo.
Bravo!
Well played, Mr. Fogg. 9.
And the 1, and the 2, and the... Hoopla! Hey, that's a good shot, too.
3. Your turn.
Go, do. Hey, hit the other one out!
Good. Very good. Mr. Fogg, you're an excellent player.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment all the more, coming from an expert such as you.
I find few...
I must admit this Mr. Fogg is a lot smarter than I thought he was. It'll mean some mighty special police work to catch him.
Quite right, Brigadier.
Can't
quite
think of a
right.
thing. Drat.
Oh, gangway! I've got to get to the rail, Inspector. I'm so sick I can hardly stay standing.
Bully, I'm losing my patience. What kind of a constable are you, anyway? Get back to the cabin and stay there until you feel better.
OK, thanks, Inspector.
Oh.
Perfect. Huh? It's an absolutely perfect disguise. Huh? Oh, well, you can't have everything.
What a master of disguise is this transfer. One could almost believe this is Willy Fog himself, slipping along the companionways of the Mongolia bent upon nefarious schemes. With the practiced eye of the master criminal, he espies Willy Fog's stateroom. Then, being certain that no one is about, he peers in through the keyhole.
That's it. The satchel that holds all his money. In a moment it will be mine, and then we'll see just how far you can travel around the world without any funds, Mr. Fogg. Ah, now.
Oh, good afternoon, my friend. Well, I'm off for a stroll about the deck now. Pleasure seeing you again. We must have lunch sometime.
Hey? Oh, I can't believe my eyes. I swear I saw Mr. Fogg playing on the deck just a few minutes ago. It's a ghost, it must be. I'd better go and tell the inspector right away. Oh, dear.
Well done, Brigadier. Well done.
Inspector!
What do you think you're doing, Bully?
Oh, I'm sorry, Inspector, but I thought...
Don't you realize that I am attempting to keep my eye on that desperate criminal, Mr. Willy Fog?
No, Inspector, that's just what I've been trying to tell you. You think Mr. Fogg is on the deck? But I just saw him down below.
What are you talking about? Why, Fogg hasn't once left the deck. Come over here. There he is now.
Hey, I see him all right. I was right. That thing I saw down below, it really was a ghost.
What was that? Come here. Now, what sort of behavior is this from a British police constable?
But I swear I saw a ghost.
Bully! You know very well there are no such things as ghosts. Come, follow me and I'll prove it to you. Come along now, Constable. Come along now, Bully. Let's see this ghost of yours.
Let's get back, Inspector.
Bully, what is the matter with you?
I think I'm going to be sick again.
Bully, where do you think you're going?
Lost. Curses.
You baby, Bully!
Oh, Inspector!
Fine, Bully. Lost.
See anyone?
How can I see anyone from down here?
Get up. See, there's no ghost. Your imagination's been working overtime.
But he was here, Inspector. He ran down the passage.
Oh,
sir.
Now. Compose yourself, Bully. You mustn't let your imagination run wild. I want you to remember, you must be prepared for anything.
Thank you, sir.
Come.
Oh, drat! Those two bunglers would have to come along just as I was about to get my hands on that money. And these are of no use whatever. Now I'll have to change my entire strategy.
Hey, it's a gold! It appears that the sea is becoming rather choppy, Brigadier. Perhaps there's a storm brewing. I suggest that we postpone our game until the sea is calmer.
Nothing but a slight groundswell, Mr. Fogg. I've played in far worse conditions, I assure you. Besides, we can't stop playing until I've had a chance to recoup my losses. Of course, if one's disc is washed back, one gets to take his shot over.
Our friends continue their game of shuffleboard, unaware that a danger far greater than the rough sea lurks on board the Mongolia, for the villainous transfer has put aside his disguises in favor of more direct action.
Now I've got you, Willy Fog. Farewell.
Look out, Brigadier, look out!
Hey, the Brigadier has disappeared!
Oh no!
Overboard, is he?
Not
Brigadier!
quite, Mr. Fogg. I'm out here on the bowsprit. Would you mind giving me a hand?
Hold on, Brigadier, hold on!
Please hurry, Mr. Fogg.
Bring it on, get a line, quickly.
Yes, sir.
No way, shoot!
I've got it. Here's the line, monsieur.
Grab the line, Brigadier. Look sharp.
Wrap it tightly. That's it. Be sure it's secure.
All right, Mr. Fogg, it's secure. Watch out, Brigadier!
Get ready, Brigadier. We're going to haul you in.
By Jove.
Use all your strength and don't let go, all right?
Pull me up! Hurry, hurry! A little further,
Just a bit more.
Oh, thank goodness.
Are you all right?
You okay?
I really can't thank you enough, Mr. Fogg. I am forever in your debt.
Our
pleasure,
Brigadier.
Brigadier.
If I can ever be of service, please don't hesitate to call on me.
Last in. You've been extremely lucky so far, Mr. Willy Fog, but you won't escape again, I promise you.
Though the unfortunate transfer has been given enough rope to hang himself and dangles helplessly waiting to be hauled back aboard the Mongolia, even now he is considering yet another diabolical scheme to prevent Willy Fog and his friends from completing their journey around the world in 80 days. In our next episode, the daring travelers visit the exotic city of Bombay, India, where they learn that, though it's a nice place to visit, they wouldn't want to live there. Hiko and Rigadon's ignorance of local customs causes a pleasant stroll through the marketplace to become a perilous run for their lives. Be sure to join us for Bombay Adventure, the next thrilling episode of our continuing journey around the world with Willy Fog.
Anytime you